In this video, I will show you how to make South African sourdough buttermilk rusks. They're like an Italian biscotti. They're dried out so they can last a long time. They're perfect as a cereal or with any hot drink any time of the day. We start with 1,250 grams of flour, 1.5 tablespoons baking powder, 200 to 300 grams of sugar. We did half brown sugar and half cane sugar. 15 grams of salt.
I love making rusks because it's so fun to make them with Mama, especially when Rosie's here to distract my brother and sister so they won't.
We have our sourdough getting nice and warm near the wood stove. Beautiful and bubbly here, ready to go. Crack 3 large eggs into a separate bowl. Add in the buttermilk and the sourdough starter. Mix the wet and then combine into the dry, incorporating about 500 grams of salted butter. It's time to get those hands messy and put some good energy into your dough. I added a half cup of sliced almonds and a few sunflower and pumpkin seeds. On your greased baking pan, press out the dough with your hands until into an even layer about 1 inch thick. Use a knife to make lines in the dough that will act as guides once the rusks are cooked. These can be about 1 inch wide and about 3 to 4 inches long. Think a long rectangle to dip into a mug. Allow rusks to rise for about 6 to 8 hours. Depending on the temperature of your home, they may rise faster or slower. If your house is a bit colder, you can place them in the oven with the stove light on. This will also keep my kids away from the rusks. And now it's cleanup time. Wipe away your worries, clean away your sorrows. Cry if you want to. Once they have risen, bake at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes or until golden brown on top.
Perfect.
Once cooled, cut the lines and place on a cutting board with space in between to dry out. Into the oven we slide this treat. May all hold close and life be sweet. Place in the oven at 170 degrees for 8 to 10 hours. And then put away in a sealed container. Traditionally, this is served with the South African red bush tea, rooibos. I love it with a little milk and honey. The kids love it too. I hope you enjoyed this video and make the time to try these rusks. I promise it's worth it.